what if you knew that these shootings and hostage taking, the shootings that were done at the magazine publishing cartoons and satire near Paris, and then today's hostage taken, and where the suspects of those Hebrew shootings were killed, and at the market, those were killed. And this is pictures of them. And the media is covering it up because of the use of mind control. Now then, part of it you can prove that it was mind control, or it would leave a big question in your mind. The thing is, they've deleted and controlled the media and never told about mind control. And they're making this issue of calling everybody else to account when the media, if they had told the truth a long time ago and done their job, none of this would have happened. None of it. First of all, I'm going to say it again and make this short, because I don't think I'm doing any good. I'm 76 years old. January the 7th just passed. That's the day that this all started at the Satire magazine. And I guess all I can say here is I started writing, again, I've done some many videos, Facebook. This has been going on since before the Watergate tapes. And mind control, telling about mind control and the use of it, where you program people to go out and shoot, modify their behavior, and the agencies or the person doing the programming is the one responsible for the crime, and it's the synchronicity that's put into that person. Their thoughts aren't their own, so when and by the way, the police and the FBI and all of them know this. So when they're saying about what was their motivation, in some of this, the deliberate use of mind control patterns that would tie it together, it's the motivation, the so-called shooter. Let's take Christopher Doran out in Los Angeles. It was supposed to be the bomber, and they shot him. He was a former policeman. He didn't. The motive, he didn't know. He was being programmed. The motive lies with the person doing the program. The Columbine, the Sandy Hook, the Tucson, Arizona with Gabby Gifford, and the twins. Her husband was a twin, Mark Kelly and Scott Kelly. They're both astronauts. There's a reason I said that. And I've put up about my kidnapping. Evidently, the press doesn't care about a monarch being tortured and kidnapped. My son's heirs after me tortured and kidnapped. They don't mind that King Edward VIII didn't marry Wallace Simpson. A double did. That my father was married to Claudia Ruth O'Keefe Windsor from Madison, Wisconsin, sister to George O'Keefe. My sons, where are they? Mark and Scott heirs after me. I do know that they went through hell, and they don't want all this told. It would shock the world, and I would hope that the world wouldn't condone what they're doing. First of all, the press is supposed to report the news, not delete it. This is Redstone Arsenal here, Huntsville, Alabama, where so much of my hostage money in illegal treaties that were signed, giveaways, trying to keep me alive. And I've told all this. I told about I was given the name of a twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey Childers, dropped off in Moulton, Alabama. And this woman killed her twins, and the family covered it up. And I was given the name of Peggy. And that I was assaulted, things done to me. And I wrote about mind control while I was working for doctors in Atlanta, 76, till April Fool Day, when they put antifreeze in me and I should have died. It is the oddest thing. The crimes that have been used on me, it's been a walking, living hell for me and my family. Nobody seems to care about, hey, your father and your mother, they loved you dearly. They lost their lives, their identity and everything. It was stolen by the New World Order, the Jews. The Kennedy, Joe Kennedy was ambassador. My own uncle helped in my kidnapping. and became the illegal George VI and thus Elizabeth. But these are just some, I'm going to pin it, mind control murders, and they even compared or linked, not through mind control, but other things, the Fort Hood shooter. He was born here in Roanoke and went to Virginia Tech, where the 33 shootings that were mind control were done. And so he was programmed. He's a psychiatrist. He's on death row. Now, they did link to this, the Boston bomber, the two brothers. They were programmed. I put this up a long time ago. They're on trial in Boston, and this is James Holmes, who is being fed psychotic drugs. He's under mind control. Mind control has nothing to do with mental illness. This is the Aurora, Colorado. And you talk about misdiagnosing and torturing someone. You have to stop the program. It has nothing to do with mental illness. You're just making things worse. The problem is where the doctors and all this, not one of them have spoken out. So I'm going to go back to Larry Flint here. I was flown out there because of his being shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia, and his attorney killed. The person was programmed to do it. That was March the 6th of 78, and I was doing the book until antifreeze was put in me, April Fool Day of 80, because that's what this is all about. The United States is above the law. When you can kidnap a monarch and take down my father and put a 99-year seal on it and have him married to a American spy when he was married to my mother, it was all a lie, and get away with it because the press doesn't print it, and because the Freemasons are the Illuminati, the Jews, and Joe Kennedy, good old Irish. Well, my mother was Irish. So there you go. And my own uncle, George VI. I want to say this, though. I have found out that some of the Windsors, like the Duke of Kent, I believe is his title, he even lives in Kensington Palace, where Elizabeth put him up, while I've lived on the side of the road and had all this mess done to me. And he and Victor Rothschild, the Rothschilds married Elizabeth's mother, Elizabeth Bowes, George Illegal Sixth's wife. So that was their end to the royal family, only they're not the royal family, but they're sitting up there, Elizabeth and her brood, traitors to Great Britain. Now that I want to get back, if I've got time, to Larry Flint. Larry Flint showed me when I was out there during a campaign to replace the doctor I had written about, or one of them, Larry McDonald, Congressman Doctor. He showed me, this is in 83, a galley proof of a parody. Well, a parody is close to a satire. And it was of Jerry Falwell, Reverend, here in Lynchburg, Virginia. And I never knew I'd end up here in Roanoke, Virginia. And Mr. Flint was brought into federal court here in that suit Jerry Falwell brought against him for the parody. Well, Mr. Flint lost it, but he had it overturned when he took it to the Supreme Court, freedom of speech. So my thing is, and Mr. Flint was locked up in federal in Butner, and look what's happened to me because of who I am and who did it and for telling the truth. But anyway, they're not linking any of this to at least mind control, to these shootings. And what if you found out that these shootings and the hostage taking and all the media going over there supposed to be the skilled media in telling the truth when they've deliberately known and deleted and lied to you? And all these murders, and people have gone to prison just like that started today. Jesse Matthew, who is charged with killing a beautiful young lady, Hannah Graham, she's English, and Morgan Harrington, and the murder is also linked through mind control to Alexis Murphy. And what if you found out this whole list of people had died, and the people went to prison for killing them that was under mind control, and we even sent to the death row, like Timothy McVeigh? He even told you that the